Today, I'm going to be making salted caramel chocolate chip cookie bars. Sounds wonderful. This is from a blog called the Brown-Eyed Baker, and I am going to put the link right below this video, and you will be able to click on that link and print this recipe out just like I did, if you are interested in it. So what we need, you need 2 1/8 cups of all-purpose flour, a half teaspoon of baking soda and a half teaspoon of salt, 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter. It says unsalted, I used regular butter, melted and cooled to room temperature. So that is a stick and a half is 12 tablespoons. And then you need 1 cup of light brown sugar, half a cup of just regular granulated sugar. You need 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. You need 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and this is where I'm differing than the recipe. She wants you to use 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate. I'm using 2 cups of milk chocolate. So Kevin and I did a review where we compared a lot of different brands of milk chocolate chips, and we have a lot of milk chocolate. I prefer milk chocolate, and so does he. So we're using milk chocolate instead of semi-sweet. So these would be really nice and sweet. And then you need a 10-ounce bag of caramel candy squares unwrapped. Well, we got these in the baking aisle. These are Kraft caramel bits. It is actually an 11-ounce bag instead of a 10-ounce bag. I think it'll be fine. You need 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. And then she said fleur de sel or other sea salt for sprinkling over the caramel and bars. I have this Malden sea salt flakes. I think that will work just great. So you want to preheat your oven to 325. And then you want to line a 9-inch pan with parchment paper and set aside. So you're going to take your flour, baking soda, and salt, and just whisk these together, and then set this to the side. So you just want to take those dry ingredients and whisk them together like that. Set that to the side. We're finished with that for now. And now you want to take, with an electric mixer, I've got my KitchenAid here, you want to mix together the melted butter and sugars on medium speed. So the sugars, we have just the regular sugar and our brown sugar, and then our butter. And we're going to mix this together on medium speed. To add the egg yolk, and vanilla until it is smooth. So now it says slowly add the dry ingredients until it's combined, till you've used it all. To stir in your chocolate chips. Now move that over, in a medium microwave safe bowl, we're going to put our caramels in here. Let's see, should I measure 10 ounces? You know what, I'll measure 10 ounces so that we have the exact amount. There we go, 10 ounces. So you take your 10 ounces of your caramel and your heavy cream. And we're going to, these are in a microwave safe bowl. You're going to microwave on high until the caramels are melted, stirring every 20 seconds. She said this will take about 2 minutes. Okay, my caramel is melted, but next what you want to do is you want to take half of your batter here, and you want to press half of it into the bottom of your pan with the parchment paper. Now she says pour the hot caramel around the dough and leave about half an inch around the border, which I will try. Clearly I did not do that there. Might be easier to just dump it all out in the middle and then spread it. Get some parts closer to the edge than I had intended, but I think that'll be okay. And now you want to sprinkle some sea salt onto the caramel. So I'm going to get my Maldon salt and just sprinkle some on top. Like that. And then you want to drop the remaining cookie dough in spoonfuls over the caramel and gently spread the dough with a spatula until the caramel is covered. Sprinkle the bars with additional sea salt. So this dough is thick, so I am going to do it like this. I'm gonna, because I think I can do a better job by using my hand and flattening it out in my hand and laying it where I want it, than if I tried to put it on and then move it. So I would rather do it like this, and we'll just see if it works out. Can hope for the best. But I can imagine if I dropped it on even by spoonfuls and then I tried to move it, it just seems like it would move that, get the caramel all messed up with it. So last of my dough. I used every single bit of that dough. So in some places it's probably too thick. And that's might have been more time consuming, but I think it'll work out better. So now we're gonna sprinkle with some additional sea salt. These are going to bake for 30 minutes or until the top of the bars are light golden brown and the edges start to pull away from the pan. And I'm going to remove these clips too. Cannot bake with these clips. After 30 minutes, the bars look like this. They're a light brown. So now you want to let them cool completely. If I'm guessing, I'm just going to take a guess and say it'll take probably an hour and a half for them to cool completely. But then after that, I'll probably set a timer for an hour and a half. And then after that, you're supposed to put them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to let that caramel set up. So just know that they're going to be in the refrigerator after this, and then we'll be back. You saw how easy those were to cut. They were very, very easy. And I showed you an end piece, but when you look at the center pieces, you can really, really see that caramel. Okay. I don't know if you wanted this one.
You can have that one.
Okay.
I want that one with the salt on top of it. It's softer than I was expecting it to be.
It's incredible.
That tastes like a beefed up chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
With caramel in the middle.
Yes. It's literally like a chocolate chip sandwich. A chocolate chip caramel sandwich. That's what it's like. A chocolate chip sea salt caramel sandwich.
Yeah, because you really get the salt.
Uh-huh.
Did you use those? I wasn't in here. Did you use those salt flakes?
Mm-hmm.
That's some good salt. If you can find that bite anywhere to put on, just on top of caramel type stuff or sweet desserts, it's really good salt.
I'll tell you what too though.
It's excellent. I like the
yes, I'm glad I used, they wanted you to use semi-sweet. I'm glad I used, see, I know how he is. I'm glad I used the milk chocolate. I'm thrilled to death about the milk chocolate because it's nice and sweet.
That's really good. There's no darker chocolate flavor at all.
You want to use semi-sweet, you go ahead.
Yep.
But I love that the milk chocolate chips. You can taste the caramel. The caramel's absolutely delicious. Those little balls worked fine. You really taste the salt, and I'm glad I put the salt. So if you have to watch your salt intake, you don't have to do all that. But if you don't have to worry about it and you want to up the flavor just a little bit.
It really does add a lot.
Elevate, that's my word. Yeah, if you want to elevate that flavor, that salt, it's amazing.
It really accentuates the chocolate, the sweetness of the chocolate, the caramel. Really just adds to it.
But I love the whole texture of it. The thing, it's just an incredible, it's not hard, but it's just a wonderful texture because you're getting both of those layers.
I don't know where Mom went.
Yeah, there's another one. So it says,
It's so good. I'm most impressed, not only is the flavor like absolutely phenomenal, but the texture is so good.
There we go.
Even after being cooled off, you know, sometimes things that cool off and they're kind of dense and hard, not hard, but just denser. This is so soft still.
It's just wonderful. I love it. Bite after bite.
Can't complain.
I love it.
It's like an 8 out of 5.
Yeah, really. It says after you cut it into squares, it says store leftovers in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 4 days. So they're going to be good for 4 days. These would be awesome to take to a party, to take to a work event, to have for yourself to enjoy for you and your husband.
I've noticed at the top of that, they got 4 out of 5 stars. I can't imagine why anybody would say it wouldn't have given it 5 stars. Because it's excellent. Unless they did the semi-sweet chocolate and they just were disappointed.
That's what they did.
That could have ruined it.
That's what they did. They used semi-sweet. And, yeah, they should have used milk chocolate.
It really does.
And I tell you what, I had used up, we did a review of a bunch of milk chocolate chips, so I still have some left from that review, but I had used up all those guittared milk chocolate chips. Those would be awesome in this because you're going to get bigger chunks of milk chocolate.
Yeah. I wonder if you could even mix together like a half and half chocolate and white, or
of course you can.
Or peanut butter chips.
This is
or
2
anything.
cups of chocolate chips. You could do 1 milk and 1 white.
Or peanut butter or
Peanut
whatever.
butter chips.
That'd be good. I don't know peanut butter and caramel, how good those would go together, but probably good.
I think it would be wonderful. I think that's a wonderful
It's
idea.
one you can experiment with.
Absolutely. But these, to me, I agree
Excellent.
with Kevin. They're a 8 out of 5. Can't
good.
get any better than that. I would totally make these again and again. So like I said, I'll put the link right below this video so you can click on it. Absolutely worth making. And thanks for watching.